concerns ahead of Reading away this weekend?
We're not too bad in this moment. I think the difference, the lads maybe feels a different way of training that we try to train, and you get little things from that which is expected because you have to go through that barrier of a different regime and different training. And but I've got to say they've been great. They really have. They've gave it everything in training again. They're doing the right things, and that's all I can ask from them. They've given us absolutely everything, and we're ready. We're ready for the game and looking forward to the game.
And a couple of the short-term injuries, has Miles Kenlock and Ellis Harrison at the moment. Are they taking part in training? Might they be back after the break?
Miles trained. I still think he's a little short of it. I don't think he's fit enough in this moment. Physically, he's in a good place, I think, but the actual fitness levels for a game, I think, is still a bit early. Ellis is doing well. Hopefully, he'll be back after the international break. So yeah, they're starting to make headways, which is pleasing.
Obviously, you can only have 18 involved on the Saturday. Some senior players having to miss the cut at the moment, but they'll be needed at some stage, and have got to show the right attitude, I guess.
Well, since I've been here, the attitude's never been a problem. They seem a really close group, which you certainly need, and we're going to need, as I said before, we need everybody, not just 18 guys. You need everybody to be at a level where you think if somebody gets injured or suspended or red card, we have to have everybody that's available.
And beefed up your coaching staff as well. Jimmy Walker's come in the last few days, another bubbly character and obviously a talented coach.
That's an understatement. He's certainly larger than life, Jimmy. He worked under me at Colchester, and I knew the type of character he was, and I knew everything about it, what was going on, and I'm 100% sure he'll be great.
Great to see Teddy playing the other day, and I'm sure you don't want to push him too far too soon, but it must be nice having that talent on the horizon to work with.
Do you know what the club's? It's actually blessed with one or two. No, there's 3 or 4 or 5 of them there that are very talented. He's certainly one of them. He's a player with huge potential, really is. And but we have to wait. We cannot just throw him in after being injured for so long. So, but he's doing great. Really pleased with the way he's progressing. And but a young kid who's got a lot of potential.
That suggests you've been impressed with some of the young players that maybe didn't know too much about till last week.
No, I mean, I said I went to the under-23 game, and it's you can only see what your eye tells you, and we've done well in certain aspects of the game. Some things maybe not so good, some things good, but the important thing is not about the result for me at that level. It's to see who could make an impact in the first team, and yeah, I can see who's maybe there and who's not.
How much interest can you afford to take in like the 18s and the 23s? Do you have to have almost blinkers on for the first team given the situation here?
Well, you can if you want to build something. I watched under 15s last night playing. They were really good, the really young ones. You've got to see what's there and what's happening at the football club. I think that's important. The kids need a manager where when they do get older, are they going to get a chance? That's normal, but I don't think you can be ignorant to it and turn a blind eye to 23s and 18s. Somebody might just pop out at you, think, well, he's good enough, and I think especially 23s and 18s level, if you're good enough, then and I think you've got a chance, then it doesn't faze me to throw you in.
What's your early assessment of the senior squad now you've had a fair number of training sessions with them?
Give them everything. I think that's the enthusiastic to learn the game, which is important, and they've been great, really have. I say I've got absolutely not one problem with them. I think they've been really good to work with, and I think when you come to a club and it's been beat or not getting results and feeling's no good, you tend to find sometimes the team don't even like the team, and their job is to try and rectify that to get it up and running. And probably the only one that was happy with the team was myself. You just had to get them going a little bit, and they've done brilliant. Honestly, I've got no issues at all. We're ready for the game, and we'll go and try and win.
And already identified a few areas you'd like to strengthen in January?
Well, I think the squad's unbalanced. Not just in 1 or 2 positions. I think it's unbalanced in a number of positions there that I think needs rectified. I think there's areas where we do need somebody to come in January to give us a hand. I think that's apparent in it, but I think it needs to be a little bit more balanced, and we have to wait and see.
Any idea of a budget before you start drafting the list? What sort of players, what sort of price you might be able to bring in?
No, not in this moment. As I said before, is that I'm only just come in here just over a week, and that's further from my mind. Is try to get the best out of the guys that are here and give them a chance to go and prove that they can do it. But I know they need a bit of help, and that's what I'm trying to do.
What can you do between now and then to maybe find a goal threat, which clearly has been lacking? Is that just working on set pieces, that kind of thing?
No, because I thought Saturday we were excellent. I hear that argument that we can't score. We can score. We were threatened a lot of times on Saturday. Another bit of luck, we'd have won the game. So I was pleased the way we played, pleased with the performance with the team. I know he needs that little break, but I won't criticise anybody for getting into positions where they can't get a goal. Where I do criticise if they're not in the positions. And Saturday they were excellent. Couldn't ask for any more.
And for all fans, love seeing Flynn start and Andre come off the bench. The promise of Jack Lancaster. How important are the experienced players, the likes of a Luke Chambers or a Cole Skews to your Paul?
Huge. They two lads have been brilliant. Skews and Chambers, I think they've been excellent. The experienced lads, Bart, Dino as well, they've been brilliant along with Luke and Cole. So, but the young ones, they need a bit of guidance as well. But you can't always rely on the experienced lads to carry a whole football club. They need help with themselves. But collective as a group, I can't ask for any more.
Yeah, some of the club's legends up here the last few days, the likes of John Walk and George Burley and Terry Butcher. What was the thinking behind that? Was that useful?
See if they could still play the game. So, I think that was important. I tried to sidewalk, I couldn't get them. So, listen, I think that the iconic players that they were for this club, and sometimes I think older players can get lost and made not to feel too welcome. I thought we have to bring the guys back. They were a huge part of this club's success, and no many teams win a European trophy. No many teams get it, and you see how hard it is to win it in the modern day game. And they done it, which is an incredible achievement. The FA Cup as well. But I think it's important that when you have that success, especially iconic players that done it, then it was great to see them actually. I knew Terry from a little bit of TV stuff I'd done with him, and George I knew from the LMA and playing against him in managerial terms, and John Walk, I really just wanted to meet him because I wanted to know what his lines were in Escape to Victory. So, when he told me, I thought it was brilliant, and my God, what a player he was. So I was delighted to see them, really was, and it was important that the door's always open for the type of players, and you can go through them all. You can go through Russell Osman, Mick Mills, you can go through them all. A great team in that era, so that's important.
It is important that the club's history is celebrated and used as an inspiration rather than the current crop being daunted by it.
Well, I think there's two ways to look at it. You respect what happened here in the past, when that never leaves the football club and the history of it. But we have to have a chance, and the only way you have a chance is, okay, you have to start somewhere, and everybody has to give us a chance to make our own little bit of history. But in this moment, we're not in that moment. The way the Butchers and Burleys and Walks and all them guys, we're nowhere near that level. But we have to be given a chance. I think the realism, as everybody knows it, we're in a position where we have to fight to get out. And but one thing's, we've got the backing everybody, because I can feel it. Supporters, ex-players, the team that I've got at the minute, everybody's right behind it, and that's what we're going to need.
And in the here and now, how useful do you think the next 2 weeks will be on the training field after Reading?
We can't flog a dead horse every single day. You have to train them where you think's right, but you also have to give them time as well. You can't keep doing that level of intensity and when there's a break. So there's got to be, a wise manager said to me one day that a rest is as good as training, and it's certainly true.
Have you had much chance to look at Reading, or is your focus pretty much 99% on here? How does that balance work at the minute?
No, I've watched some games and of them, and I know Paul really well as well. Really good guy, and looking forward to seeing him tomorrow and Saturday. And a tough game, but I won't change. I'll go there and try and win. We're going to have a big support there ourselves, and I'll go and try and win. I won't set off. I won't change. We'll go and try and win.
Is it one you need to win, or at least not drop all points from?
Every game. You'll be asking me this from now on in. I'll say we have to win. We have to try and win. But sometimes, even if you play well, you don't win. You play bad, you can win games. But one thing for sure, we'll be ready for the game.
Your first away game, you don't have to do an initiation song, do you, as manager? It's just something for players?
The great thing about being a manager is you delegate. So, no, listen, the staff might do it right enough, but no, certainly. Jimmy Walker won't. I wouldn't even need to ask him. I think he's at the karaoke place at the minute. So, no, I'll delegate who does it.
Lovely, thanks, Paul.
All right.
Thank you.
Is John Nolan an injury?
John Jez, he's got a dead leg. We got a bad one in training. Doing well. It's just a little bit early for him.
Grant Ward was another one that missed out last
Yeah.
weekend. Was that a selection injury?
No, well, I can only pick 18,
Yeah.
and very, as I said the other day, very tough to pick a squad because everybody was great in training. I can only go with what I see, and I picked a team on a bench that could influence the game. Wardy's chance along with us will come as long as the focus is always there and the team spirit's always there. Then he'll get his chance, and then it's up to him to take it.
You mentioned the under-23s, whether one or two might jump off the page to you. Jack Lancaster's someone
Good player.
people are talking about at the
Yeah.
moment.
Good player, very good talent, big, huge talent, and terrific left foot. He's only a baby, but you have to give him time as well. He might make impacts here and there. He might start the odd game or so, or he might come off the bench. But it's a big ask to throw somebody into that fire line every time. But big talent Jack has.
Yeah, and you've seen something in Danny Rowe as well. Obviously, stepped off the bench last week.
Yeah.
Hasn't had a huge amount of game time since he's been at the club. What have you seen in Danny?
I think a very good footballer. I really do. Danny's problem is I think he needs to be a little bit fitter as well, like to play the way I want to play. But on the training pitch with the ball, there's no problem. And I thought he actually done quite well last week when he came on. He was all unlucky not to score. So no, I'm pleased with him.
How has the training changed, Paul, since you come in? I'm sure you've spoken to the players. How was it before under the old manager? I know Jim Henry spoke at the AGM last week about maybe being a bit more football based, the training, getting outside, and rather than a lot of running and gym work before.
Do you know what? I don't really ask what happened before because I can't affect it. So I don't really get involved with what happened before. Everybody's got their own way of training. I just have my way. I just see certain things that I think maybe we can get better at or we work on. But I never really compare what's happened before. That's unfair on the last manager. So I'll never do that. And it's just my way really, just the way I want to play the game and the way I want to train. And the only difference is they have to get used to it, and that's the only difference is it's a different way.
So you didn't come in and ask what did you like, what didn't you like from before? You
Not really, no.
This is me.
Yeah, not really. There's no point in comparing. It's not fair. Not fair to anybody, and it's just I've got no grievance against anybody. It's just my way.
What did you ask the likes of George Burley and John Walk? Did you ask them about the general state of the club and what they've seen over the last few years and what they think might need to change to get this club?
Do you know what we spoke about everything. I grew up in an era watching them guys, you know, and so I knew the teams at Switch High, especially in that era, they were a well known, famous team, and we spoke about everything that's going on and what's happening. We're not just totally focused on that Switch. Talking about the national team, Scotland team, and England's time at Terry's time at England. So there was loads of the Maradona goal and things like that, and with Terry. So no, there's loads of good banter and good conversation, and then obviously you have your serious stuff of what's it like and what's been happening. Have they enjoyed the games but they were good guys. Then when you do try and slip in, can you still play? And then obviously you get the answers no.
You can still play, Paul. I hear you've been out on the training pitch, and Cole Skoo says you've been impressing a few of the players.
No, listen, it wouldn't be hard to do Skoos. It wouldn't be hard. No, listen, I don't do it. Do you know what's the lie? I actually played for Dortmund. I played for Dortmund Legends against Liverpool at the start of the season, and over in Dortmund, which is great. And I played in the Liam Muller tribute in Ireland, which was great. And I don't normally play a lot of games. I only done that just because it it was there, and plus I wanted to show Scouse that you've got to pass to your own teammate to be okay, you know. So that, but no, listen, Scouse has been brilliant, and it was just a bit of fun.
Yeah, you're having a bit of fun there. It sounds like the team meetings have been quite fun as well. Obviously, there's a serious point to them to start with, but you know, again, Cole's just been sat there just before and saying that there's been a bit of banter and a bit of fun in those as well. Has that been important to raise the mood of the camp, given the current situation with the table?
I think I said when I come in, you've got to have fun at your work. You've got to have that release. That you can't always be 24/7 where you're serious. It's no good for anybody. It's not healthy. It's not the way I work. To do that, you've got to come and have fun. But also when you train proper. And but in the building, then you can have a laugh. Everybody, it's no a problem. And but when you do your work, you make sure it's full on.
How does the mood in this squad, in this club, compare to some of the other clubs? Because you've gone into several clubs during a season and they've been in difficult situations. How does this camp compare to others that you've gone into?
George Foster, even at Stoke, had some great guys there. They like to laugh as well, the guys. Really good guys. You still keep in contact with one or two of the guys. He texts us, which is nice. But you just go into any club and you have to surf through yourself what you think's wrong and what's right, and how you pick them up and what makes them tick and what doesn't make them tick. I think you try and surface through that pretty quickly, and you tend to find that you can push a few buttons more than others. And but I've been quite fortunate. I've been really fortunate. I've managed some really top players.
And you got them all in a bit earlier for the game last weekend. Is that right? Get them in for a bit of lunch, and you wanted them all to arrive to the ground sort of together rather than dribs and drabs.
Well, do you know, it's the only thing I kind of really know is that, you know, I don't really know any differently. You try and prepare the right way, and you try and do the right thing that can give you every edge. And again, it's just my way.
And your ways. We saw you on the touchline as well. You were kicking every ball and geeing up the crowd. Is that's you as well, isn't it? You know, we're going to be seeing that every week.
Yeah, I find it very difficult to sit on my backside right enough. So that's me again. That's I said before. I'll give it 100% for sure. I'll give everything I've got, my heart, experience, the drama, the anger, but everything. You go through a whole array of emotions, and I don't see that. I don't see that changing.
Well, the fans certainly loved that. They certainly loved you having in the legends yesterday, and I'm sure the last press conference here we talked about that lot up the road quite a lot, but that seems to have been completely killed off now with some of those things that you've done. So how have you found the relationship with the fans thus far? I know you did the Sports Club AGM last week.
Yeah, brilliant. I just sense a club that wants to do really well, and when you're being hit a lot of times, there is that apathy at certain times, but you have to pick it up, and you have to get the supporters and the players relating to each other. You've got a hell of a chance then, but you just sense there's some really good people here that want to do really well, and I think our job is to come and pick that morale right back up, whether it's supporters or whether it's people in the stadium or people in the training ground. We had to do it. It's important for everybody, because everybody wants the same thing, and it's a club that you can sense wants to do well, but could also sense there was a lull there that needed, whether it was me or somebody else, it had to be dragged back up.
Very best of luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
Do you think as a manager, given that you went to the Supporters AGM and then you met with Terry and John and George, is it important as a manager to kind of learn about the culture of a club that you're coming into?
I think you've got to grasp it pretty quickly to what's. As I say, I was fortunate. I grew up in an era where I knew Dick Switch players from the success they had, and obviously Sir Bobby Robson. I knew that era, and I knew Tyson, Muir, and I could go through them all without anybody even saying anything to me. So I knew exactly what type of side they had. And that era it should be iconic, because it was an incredible time they had at the club. And when you have the iconic players who have done so much for the club, and then all of a sudden they get lost to it and maybe don't feel as welcome as what maybe football should make them feel welcome. It's important, and I think if I go up to Celtic days when I played at Celtic, the Great Lisbon Lions team, great guys, top guys, first team to ever won the European Cup, British, 11-mile radius, will never be done again. And quite rightly they came in, and you still see people like Bertie Auld and John Clark and Billy McNeil, great legends of the club, should never be diminished because they put it where it was. You respect it, and you have to move on, but you can't keep going back to it because we're not there in that moment. Our current team is not there in that moment. But what you do is respect the players, and you see them at stadiums and games. It's nice, it's important. But we have to have a chance, and you can't keep harping back to those days because those days are gone. As I said, you respect it, and a great era that for the football club that was. But we have to have a chance, because if you keep comparing us with the team in the 70s, 80s, there's no comparison. We don't have a chance. We have to try and create our own.
So Walkie obviously being the central midfield player for Scotland when you were growing up, was there a particular one that you
I knew John Watt scored a hell of a amount of goals. I mean, incredible amount of goals, dear oh dear. And then getting his move to Liverpool and doing the exact same there. And in Liverpool, I know because that's what it said, obviously George Allen Brazil and John Watt, Scottish internationals, and obviously John went to Liverpool, went with Kenny and Graham Souness and Alan Hansen, and so being Scottish, you look at where Scottish players are, and you're looking at who's doing what, and John Watt scored Jesus. You'd love to know what would be the transfer market now, scoring, was it 30 odd goals he scored?
35.
Well, it's incredible, and playing meant to be a sitter. I mean, it's incredible the amount of goals, and it was just. I'm not being funny when I say that. I genuinely wanted to meet him because I wanted to see that escape to victory. Because I can see him now, and he only had 2 lines, and it was brilliant. Honestly, I'm glad you said that because I was going to say it. But honestly, you couldn't have pictured that, a Glaswegian accent being dubbed, which was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So they were iconic players, and as I said before, you can go through them all. Mick Mills, Russell Osman, the Dutch lads, Mariner, Cooper. You can go through them all. They're iconic and should be embraced by the club.
You seem like a 4-1-4-1 system. That's how I saw it at the weekend. Anyway,
yeah, you were wrong. Yeah. So can we dub that? No, you've got that way wrong there. But,
so, what was the system then?
The 4-3-3.
4-3-3. Is that the system that you generally sort of prefer to line up in? Is that something you're trying to establish, or will there be that flexibility?
There won't be too many systems I'll change, because I think you confuse people every time you change, and there's a few systems I'll work to. The lads know that, I've told them, and but everything I've asked them to work on in this last week or so is they've been great, and it's like anything new to them. It's new. They have to learn a lot of things, and you try and position them into certain positions, but I think they're enjoying their football at the minute, and as I said before, we're playing well enough to win games.
Thank you.
You said before that you can't rely on experienced players to sort of give the boost to newer players with less experience in the Championship. With all of your experience in Premier League and in the Championship as a manager, do you feel like you can give that confidence to the team now coming in?
That's my job. You're right. If any players make mistakes, it's my fault. It's no problem, none whatsoever. They have to go and enjoy the game. They have to go and play with courage. Every mistake's my fault. It's no problem. I don't have a problem. And if they concentrate in their own game, the lads, the experienced lads, which they have, and they've been brilliant. The experienced lads have been absolutely great since I've came here, and the young ones at a point have to step up as well and take responsibility upon themselves. But every mistake, it's my problem. No, I don't have a problem with that at all. Because I'm telling them how to play my way. So if they win, they get the credit. They lose, it's no problem. I'll take every responsibility. So that's why we're a team when we go and try and win.
Yeah, and before you came in, the team was, I think, the most changed team, sort of the starting level was the most changed in the league. So,
you've done your homework, haven't you? You've done your homework.
So do you think coming into it should be a priority for you to sort of find a set sort of starting 11 for the team, to give them that unity that you said you're looking for? It
does help if you can do that, and as I said, the team played ever so well last week without getting the reward I thought they got, but the continuity was there with them. And it's like anything, if a team wins, you tend to find it picks itself at certain times, barring maybe one injury or a suspension or something like that. So predominantly if we can, that's not to say, listen, I have to weigh everything up between now and tomorrow and see how I think. But as I said, one game I've only been in charge, and they done ever so well.
All right.
All right. See you later on. See you later on. Thanks very much.